Plato spoke of 5 political systems: aristocracy, rule by the best, i.e. the wisest; timocracy, rule by property owners; oligarchy, rule by the rich; democracy, rule by the people; and tyranny, rule by an autocrat, unrestrained by law. For Plato, aristocracy was the best system, and then things degenerated, reaching their nadir with the tyrant, the opposite of the philosopher king, the anti-philosopher king. In disc terms, Platonist aristocracy is about I and S. The wisest people induce the masses to submit to their wise system, conducted in the best interests of all. Tyranny is about D and C. A brutal ruler with a brutal army forces the masses to comply with his whims. The Western world masquerades as a democracy where elected politicians induce the people to submit to their policies. In fact, most people in democracies feel compelled to comply with laws tyrannically forced on them. Actually, the West is a combined timocracy and oligarchy. There's no useful distinction between these two systems, when the richest people are also those who own and control nearly all of the land and property. These people are those whom the law, police, and army are designed to protect. These people are in the D and C sphere of influence. They use force to make the masses comply. However, by posturing as supporters of democracy, they pretend they are concerned with I and S, and are not simply making the people comply with their will. To further deceive the people and give them the illusion that they are in a benign I and S system rather than a malign D and C system, the Western rulers use consumer capitalism. Consumer capitalism is all about tantalizing the masses with delicious, seductive, exciting products and services, bred in circuses, which entice and induce the masses to buy them. The people willingly submit to the loving authority of consumer capitalism. They feel themselves free as they buy this thing and then that thing. The people of the Soviet Union never felt free because they had to buy whatever the communist state put in front of them. Hence, they experienced communism as an oppressive D and C system, while the West experienced capitalism as a free I and S system. The West won the Cold War because of the psychological difference between compliance, communism, and submission, capitalism, between dominance, communism, and inducement, capitalism. Capitalism was a more psychologically successful system than communism, more of a loving authority. Communism was viewed as a hateful, oppressive authority. But now the West has a much more serious problem to contend with: Communist China. Communist China corrected the error of the Soviet Union and adopted capitalist markets, giving the people endless consumer choice. Yet Communist China isn't a free market capitalist system. It's a state capitalism system, in which case capitalism serves the state rather than the private elites, as is the case in the West. Capitalism is completely intertwined with the one-party state, hence has been absorbed by communism. Capitalism is used as the primary instrument of state economic policy. In the West, free market capitalism seeks to detach itself as much as possible from the state. Following the example of Ayn Rand, the Western elites that run capitalism call for a small state, or no state at all, for small government, or no government at all, for low taxation, or no taxation at all, for little or no public spending. Government and the state are regarded as the problem, not the solution. Whereas in China, the exact opposite position is held. Government and the state are the solution. This is the great clash of our times: the powerful state versus the powerful elites which reject the state, the general will of the people versus the particular will of the elites.